So the first speech starting today is Mr. Soifer.
So I'm not sure exactly I've done a formal speech like this before. Many of you have heard me in the Davis COD, but not quite the audience that we have out today. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Soifer, and I'm a grade 12 prefect in Davis. Some of you might be wondering, why would you volunteer to do the first prefect speech? That sounds like something you have to lose a bet to do. Well, my reasoning is that, for a lot of you, this will be the first prefect speech you hear at Stansted College, and hopefully the one you remember the most. So, what do I think would be a meaningful first message for you guys at the start of the year? I'm going to be talking about making relationships while you're at Stansted College. I chose to go to boarding school at age 14, which is quite young to leave home, but not as quite young as some of the other kids here. The only reason I'm still away from home 3 years after is because of all of you guys. In the last year, I've heard many kids complain about not wanting to be here. It is easy to want to go home and to want to give up without going out of your comfort zone, to meet new people, and to make those important relationships. Building relationships is the base level of what you need to be happy. I know everyone has a little group that they're satisfied with, but I encourage you to go out of your little safe bubble. Whether your little group is everyone from the same place, language, or guys on your sports team, trust me, when I got here, it would have been pretty easy to just hang out with the hockey guys. The team is 25 guys. That is definitely enough to survive. However, I chose I want to be a bigger presence and have different kinds of friends. And because of that, I've made some great buddies that I would never have interacted with if I just stuck to social norms of hockey players hang with hockey players. Shout out to Jan, Bruce, Justin, Jerome, Donger, Nosdog, and Sean. And when I say building relationships, I don't just mean with kids your age. Also, take into account all the staff and faculty here. A lot of people in life, when deciding on a job, just look for the most convenient option. But let me tell you, dealing with us all day, every day is most definitely not a convenient job. All the staff here came here because they love helping kids. Whether they make sure rules or not, does not take away from the amount they would do for us. This school becomes 10 times better when you take advantage of what it has to offer. And for me, an important thing in school is the quality of the staff, especially when you're living away from home. In my 2 years here, not once have I had an issue that has not been solved by either Mr. Bruno or Mr. Spur. So, say hi to your teachers when you see them in the hallway, and make conversations with your house directors and teachers on duty. I'm not going to lie, being here for not even a month, my experience has been much better just by talking to the TODs and the house directors in Davis. So what do I want you to take away from this speech? Go out of your comfort zone, go talk to people of different ethnicities, different friend groups, and different sports. There's a lot of great kids that you would never know if you don't talk to them. And last but not least, really take advantage of the staff and faculty here. I challenge you all to make new relationships, whether it's with staff or students you don't know. Thank you.